Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 137 of Sonic Boom TV. This is another thrift store video. Kind of been doing nothing all weekend. This is Easter night around almost 10 o'clock, I guess. Haven't done anything all weekend. I'm trying not to spend the little money I have right now because I have, set list of things I'm trying to get for record store day. I have, at the moment, I have enough to get like 3 of them, and hopefully after I pay my bills on this week, I'll have enough to get 5 or 6, and that's really what I want to get is 5 or 6 titles. There's some I want more than others, but then there's also some that are not going to be exclusive to record store day. So my dog is coughing. So those will be, if I have to make a choice, the ones that aren't exclusive will be cut out and trying to purchase later. So anyway, I went to the Salvation Army thrift store, I should say, on Thursday. And I went in there and I looked around and I'm kind of thinking that they must get some good stuff because there was a lot of records in there this time and nothing really amazing, but I'm willing to bet that these were the ones that got left over from some of these anyway, from potentially better things. So if I hit it on the right day, I think I'm going to find some good stuff because I can always find good DVDs and stuff in there, and sometimes Blu-rays. I don't buy a lot of those, until recently. But if I see something that I really want, or a movie that I missed or something, I'll grab it because they're only $1. And so everything there right now is $1 anyway. So anyway, when I got in there, first thing I see is this. Now, when I saw it from kind of far away too. I thought it might be something like OMD. Gretchen, go lay down. Sorry, my dog is doing her thing. It's video time, so she's gonna start coughing. But anyway, this is called Hue and Cry. Never heard of it, but it looked like something like OMD or something like that. I thought it might be some like new wave, alternative rock or something. And I only looked up one song. I think it was called Labor of Love, which is on the sticker here. And it was kind of a alternative, but kind of jazzy as well. So I'm not quite sure what to make of this, but it's in really good condition. It is a cutout. It is a promo, as you can see. And it is in excellent condition. I haven't played any of this stuff yet that I got. I wanted to do that this weekend, and I just did not do anything. The next one up I saw, I found this on Discogs, but this is called, let me take it out of this because I don't have any smaller bags for these 10 inches. Rhythm record, dance record with partners for intermediate grades. Now, it's more than likely square dancing. I'm not sure. 6 original dances, real polka, waltz, Shotzi, 2 folk dances. Now, the thing that interested me about this, besides the fact that it's old and it's different, it was on translucent red vinyl, and this is, I don't know when this was done. It looks pretty good. You probably can't see. There's a few little scuff marks on it. It's dirty, but once I clean it, it might work out good. The thing that's unique about this record is it's made to stop after every song. So I don't know if the record actually is going to stop, but it's not going to go to the next track. I'm going to pick the needle up, put it on the next one. I wanted to try that out before I got to this video, but that didn't happen. It says, please note this record does not play continuously. The needle must be set over to begin the following number. So this was probably used in schools to teach kids square dancing, because we did that back in the early 80s, 70s, and early 80s. So this, who knows when this is from, because there's no date. Now this cover looks pink, light pink. The one I saw on Discogs looks white, and I don't know if that was just because of the way the person took the picture, didn't work out right for him, or there was a different one. But I just went ahead and said it was this one. There was no date on it. On that one, there's no date on this. All it says is composed and recorded by Harold and Mary Jane LaCrone, Rhythm Record Company, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73120. And then there is someone, Burdine School and Teacher Supplies at 1410 North Broad Avenue, New Orleans, Louisiana, on that sticker that somebody stuck on the label. So besides that, I don't know anything about it. I just thought it was kind of cool and kind of neat that I've never seen a record that was like that before, and never even thought about it, that they could be something that you had to do like that. So anyway, moving on. The next one I saw, and I've seen this record before, and I've seen it in pretty good condition, except it wasn't always cheap. Well, I guess it goes like this. This is James Taylor's flag. Yeah, it's just flag. Not much to it. I mean, there's boring cover, I can tell you that. And then the inside has old James and his band, and that's about it. I think no, there's no lyrics or anything in here. Now I don't know if the original came with that, but this one did not. So the next one was kind of funny. My friend of mine was on Facebook. Saw that move I do with my chin, or tried to, almost put it in my mouth. My friend was on Facebook, and she posted a picture of some house or something, and she said one of the Oak Ridge Boys lived there. Well, that should have been an omen, because when I went in there, a really nice copy of the Oak Ridge Boys Fancy Free. And the only reason I bought this, not only because it related to her posting that picture the previous day, and I just thought it would be kind of funny, this is the one that has Elvira on it. And Elvira is a song I remember from when I was a kid. I have the 45 of it because it was either my grandparents or my aunt or somebody had it, and it was in my grandparents' collection. Sorry, I'm playing with my thing here. I got a torn up shirt underneath. But anyway, I've always used to love that song. Everybody did, all my cousins and everybody. And so I just thought it would be cool to have it on a record. And it's a good looking, cover, and the record itself looks good. So I don't think there'll be any problems with it. I'll probably listen to just that song, and that's probably gonna be it. Because I'm not into Oak Ridge Boys, but whatever. Then the next one, found a pretty decent copy, good, nice cover. Somebody had it for $2.99. Wherever they got this from, it's $2.99. The cover looks nice. It's the Guess Who Road Food, and it's got I don't know any of the songs, to be honest with you, but there's a song called "Clap for the Wolf Man," and there is no song on here that I know of, but that I know of, off the top of my head. But I've heard of the Guess Who before. I think I have some single that might have them on, or something, but I'm not too familiar with them. The next thing up was another really good copy, really nice cover, a comedy album, George Burns, I Wish I Was 18 Again. Really nice copy of this. I barely remember George Burns. He was in that movie, Oh God, played God, and Oh God Part 2 or Book 2, whatever it was. He was really funny, I remember, but it's so long, because I don't know when he died, but I would think he died in the 80s, if not early 90s. You could tell he's a pretty old guy right there, so. But that's what I remember about him. He was always, telling jokes and smoking cigars. George Burns. Good deal. Next one. The original soundtrack from Billy Jack contains the hit 110 Soldier. There's some writing on here. Right here. Kind of hard to tell. It looks like, I thought that was Clint Eastwood at first, but that's not Clint Eastwood. I don't know who it is. But it says Jane right there. And right here, it looks like it says, I don't know. I'm not gonna try. And Buck Ruggles or Roger, somebody I think it's a name. I think it's whoever these belong to's names. Because the second one looks like it says Buck Ruggiero, and maybe Adam Dish. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then on the back cover, there's this woman. I'm not sure who she is. It says music from the motion picture Billy Jack, starring Tom Laughlin and Dolores Taylor. That's probably who that is, Dolores Taylor. And music composed and conducted by Mundell Love. It doesn't say who sings the 110 Soldier, but that's not musical. It's an actual song. Next up, got a 2-disc record. This one was still in the shrink wrap. It was open, but in the shrink. And it's Plaza House presents the greatest hits of the 50s and 60s. The shrink wrap is actually torn right there. If you may be able to see that, I don't know. And it's 2 records. No, I don't think there's an inner sleeve. No inner sleeves. Just 2 records in there. So I need to get some sleeves at some point. I need to get a lot of sleeves, to be honest with you. But the reason I bought this is because I wanted this one song in particular, and I'm not sure where it is. Let me just go through them. The ones that I know. There's Lisbon Antigua by Nelson Riddle, Too Young by Nat King Cole, Fever, that's the one. Fever by Peggy Lee. I wanted that song. Satin Doll, Duke Ellington, Melancholy Serenade by Jackie Gleason, 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford, Wheel of Fortune by Kay Starr, How High the Moon by Les Paul and Mary Ford. So Les Paul's the guy that did the electric guitar. The Poor People of Paris, Les Baxter, Tom Dooley by the Kingston Trio, That Old Black Magic, Louis Prima and Kelly Smith. That one might be a good one too. The Bunny Hop by Ray Anthony, The Blacksmith Blues by Ella Mae Morse, I Believe by Frankie Lane, Gentle on My Mind by Glenn Campbell. I probably know that one. Ode to Billy Joe by Bobby Gentry. I know that one because there's an album I have that is Glenn Campbell and Bobby Gentry together, and I'd be willing to bet that that's on there. When I Fall in Love, The Letterman, You Don't Know How Glad I Am by Nancy Wilson, Ramblin' Rose by Nat King Cole, MTA by the Kingston Trio, LOVE, Nat King Cole, Donka Shane. Oh, that's a good one too. Donka Shane by Wayne Newton. That's, if you like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you know that song. Big Spender by Peggy Lee. That's probably another good one. Spanish Eyes by Al Martino. That's a good song. And This Could Be the Start of Something by Jack Jones. So these records look pretty good. There's one like little scratch I think on it that may or may not affect play, but I think it'll be okay. Then lastly, I had said before in the last video that I did about thrift stores that I don't particularly go looking for like children's records. Well, children's records seem to be looking for me now, because the only thing I'm going to get is things that either that remind me of my childhood. That's the main reason I get it. And if they look, and I do have a decent amount of them at this point, and I don't really listen to them. I just like them for the art mostly. And so we'll start with this. We got Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. It's Walt Disney Stories and Songs. Song composed by L. Morey and F. Churchill. And this one, I can't get it open. It's pretty decent. The record is brand new. But the cover's a little rough, but it's still got the storybook in it. And that's what on these, if it doesn't have a storybook, I wouldn't even get it. Unless the record was perfect. And which this record does look very good. But it's got the little storybook to go with it. Got that Disney artwork, I watched a movie about a modern movie about this the other day. Can't think what it's called. Yesterday, actually. Anyway, so that's a nice one. The next one is one I got it, but I don't actually like the art. But this was my mom's favorite movie. When she, I guess, was a child or at least a teenager or whatever. And this one may be a little controversial at that. This was Walt Disney's Lady and the Tramp. All the songs from the film. This cover is beat the heck up. I don't like the art on this as much. The characters are okay, but I don't like all this, 60s psychedelic nonsense going on. The back cover is pretty cool. This one has Lady, What is a Baby, La La Lu, Siamese Cat Song. I think that one people have decided is offensive. I'm not sure. Bella Note, Home Sweet Home, He's a Tramp, and Peace on Earth. But this record looks, it's dirty. And you can see my fingerprints. There's a scuff right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a scuff right there. But otherwise, it looks nice. And I don't know if that scuff's going to be a problem, but I'll work it out. If it is, I might be able to take the toothpick to it and work that one out. The next one, two more. The Rescuers. Walt Disney Productions presents The Rescuers, story and songs from the original motion picture. This one again, the record looked really nice. The cover's a little banged up, kind of looks like it got wet right there on the corner. But the record itself, dirty but pretty clean. Maybe, we don't know. But this one, I like the artwork for sure on it. And so, this is probably one of the last movies, like Disney cartoon movies, I saw as a child, I think, or a young kid. I don't know what year this was, but it just seems like I was still a kid. 1977, so that would have made me 6 to 7 years old, depending on when it came out. 6 years old, probably. So maybe, no, there was probably some others, but it seems like this one I saw later, so maybe it got re-released or something. But I don't remember seeing a lot of other Disney movies until later, as a teenager, when like Little Mermaid and Lion King and that wave of movies, Aladdin and all that good stuff came out. That was the more what I consider like my Disney movies when I was a teenager, I guess. Lastly, we got something. I bought this just because it's ridiculous. I do like the art. I think it's well, I like the part of the art, and part of the art I do not like. But it's so ridiculous, the title, and I had to get it just because I have a friend that I wanted to send the picture to. Puff in Toot. In story and song. The story of Puff and Toot. Little Red Caboose down by the station. Squeegee the Happy Clown. Where do you work a John? I don't know what that means. That could go a lot of ways. I've been working on the railroad, the chocolate train song, the circus in town, with the Puff and Toot orchestra and chorus. Now I really like the train, and the background, and the track and everything. Even this goofy little cow. But I can't stand these kids in here. They look just like, okay, we gave up when we were doing our characters on that. And then on the back, they've got a lot of characters that look a lot better, so I don't know. But Puff and Toot. So that was my last one of this round. I got a lot of records that need to be cleaned. I wanted to do that this weekend. Didn't do anything. So who knows? And as I've said many a times, I've got a lot of stuff that I'll show, little shows I want to do. Just haven't got into it yet. So when I do, it'll probably come in bunches. It's just, you got to get the motivation right, and it's not been there lately. But anyway, I changed my background up a little bit, changed the records. So we've got more of an alternative rock kind of thing going on. I don't know if you can see them all. We got Jimmy Eat World, Lemonheads, My Boss Tones. You can't see over there, Mudhoney, Interrupters, Fugazi, Sons of Wayne, Dropkick Murphys, Alice in Chains, Billy Joe Armstrong, Blink-182, and Concrete Blonde. And that's it for this episode. We'll be back soon with another one. Keep this under 20 minutes. Thank you.